We all have goals. Some are simpler than others, and some are weirder than others. But even though you may sincerely hold the goal of becoming the world's leading expert on building replica lettuces out of tissue paper, let's imagine for now that your goal is something simple, like drawing a picture of a car. So now we have set a goal, the first thing our mind reaches for is, what is the first step? We just instinctively moved from idea to process. It's just how we're wired. And what we're about to discover is that even such a simple goal will initiate a process that is built upon layer after layer of other processes that go back to the foundations of humanity. Because Shrek had it right, processes
are like onions. Onions have layers.
So you want to draw a picture of a car. Great. Let's begin like all smart people by mapping out a process. We'll get some paper and a pencil. We might look up some pictures of cars on our phone to decide what kind of car we want to draw. Then using that car as a reference, we'll draw in rough outlines and shapes to establish the correct proportions and scale. And then we'll begin to progressively add in detail. Until bam, we have a drawing of a car. This sounds like a process that will work. So step 1, get some paper and a pencil. Pause. How did we get that paper? That word again, process. You went to the shops and exchanged money for a ream of A4 printer paper. Now pause again. How did you get to the shops? You drove a car. How did you start the car? Process. How did that engine work? Oh look, another process. Hang on, how did we even invent engines? Process. So we've got a running engine, but how does the car actually move? Wheels. Now there's a process that manufactured those wheels. There's a process that has refined the design of those wheels, and there's a process that reaches all the way back to earliest human history where we invented the wheel, where we created a process that defined a repeatable, replicable design that allowed us to begin to transport heavier loads over greater distances than we ever had before. That then completely revolutionized human commerce, technology, warfare, and all of our history. That's a lot of processes, and we haven't even left the house yet. Wait, that's not even what we were doing. We haven't even begun drawing yet. This is a deep onion. So you're at the shop and you find the paper. How did that paper get there? How did we even get paper? And suddenly we're back thousands of years again. Processes upon processes upon processes. Everything is built upon a complex, thousands of years old network of intertwined and constantly refining and adjusting processes. I don't think we're going to have time to get to actually drawing our picture, because I'm telling you now, that step that involves your phone would keep us uncovering processes for the next 3 hours. But setting that goal was just part of, you guessed it, a process that we began so we could illustrate just how foundational process is to all of our achievement. We think in process, we work in process, and we build on top of a foundation of process. And that's where we head next, diving deep into that by exploring the layers of process that have gone into the most foundational and essential process that has birthed our modern society: communication.